Hey there, it's Brittany, and I'm back with another organization video. I think, well, I'm going to do several because I'm on a roll. My room is looking really good, and hopefully I'll be able to do a room tour sometime soon, at least on the bead side. The clay side is still a hot mess. But today we're going to be working on wood beads. So I have two wood drawers, and one has just like natural finished wood, and one has painted or colors. And they're in the, so if you're looking at these IKEA Alex drawers, they have two different size drawers. So the top three are smaller and the bottom three are thicker, wider. And then I have three stacked on three other ones. So there's a total of six. But in this drawer right here and that drawer right there, I have my wood, and they're thinner drawers, and they just don't fit in there anymore. And I'm going to move them up to these two drawers right here. I'll get in closer. I think we're just going to start with the regular wood drawer. So that's what it looks like. It's a hot mess, of course, because that's the definition of my studio, I guess. But I know where everything is. I just can't navigate the drawer very well. I like the drawers better than bins or storage cases. I don't work well with those, I've noticed. And thinking back over the time that I've had, any type of storage for jewelry making supplies, the best storage solutions for me have always been drawers. I know some people like cases, some people like hanging things on the wall. I don't function well with those situations, so we're just going to keep doing drawers. So this drawer is going to end up moving right here. I am actually going to reorganize the top drawers in maybe today, I don't know. But right now we're focusing on wood. So in my last couple videos, I've been using things like this from the Dollar Tree. And in my most recent video, I was looking for more of these, and apparently I had some in my studio, but they were covered up. So I have four. I don't know that I'm going to be using them in this. I've looked at Dollar Tree. They still don't have those, the few that I've gone to, and we have a ton of them around here. So what I'm going to do first is kind of focus in, clear out this drawer like I've done with other ones, and then we'll get to the organization. Okay, so as I pulled the beads out of the drawer, I separated it into five bins. And the one at the furthest is like things that really weren't beads. They were pendants and wood blanks and stuff that I've used. Second one was like bead mixes, so several different colors of natural wood beads, like dark brown, light brown mixed together. This was like solid color but finished. Meaning they had a stain or some kind of brown paint on them. This one, all raw wood beads, and this one were like specialty beads. So I have to figure out what I'm keeping and what I am going to sell or give away. I don't need this many wood beads. Like a lot of beads, like stone beads, I'll keep, but there were a lot of repeats, so I'm going to consolidate, and then we will start putting things back in the drawer. Maybe I'll film what I'm consolidating to. Okay, the first bit of beads were all the mixes. I'm seeing like doubles that need to be consolidated, and I just don't need like all of these barrel beads. So I'm just gonna go through. I'm gonna definitely keep this mix. Lisa B gave it to me, Mama Bruce, and it's got some really cool stuff in it. But I'm gonna kind of even go through and weed out all the colors in here because I just want the natural wood colors. So I'll do that off camera. Donna sent me this mix. I'm going to keep it like this. There is a green bead in there, but I think that's okay. But like I have this whole thing of huge wood beads, and I want to keep it because obviously I bought them for some reason, and they are good to have. Like they're great to paint. You can have them in a pinch, but I just have to figure out a better way of storing them than just in this bead bag that is open and was spilling into my drawer. So I have a couple bags of these. this huge bag. And then stuff like this I'll keep just like that, because this is like coconut wood and other things in there. These are nice rondelles, so I'll keep those. Just kind of also pay attention to your storage baggies. Like this is too big for these beads and it's taking up room. And same for these. Like I'm probably gonna weed these down a little bit, because we have the nice like ribbed ones in here, and then there's like a carved one, and I'm not seeing my future self like grabbing this bag and saying, oh, I need these beads, because I'm not gonna see like what's going on in there. And then there's like a really cool horn bead right here that I don't remember. Yeah, that's cool. That's going in my focal thing that I got from my sister. Okay, so oh, and then this, like, that's fine. I'm just gonna keep this like this, but there are some turquoise beads in here, so maybe actually I will go ahead and filter those out. And then I think this one just made it in this bucket by mistake, so I'll get those crystals out of there and then just throw that back in the bin. Okay, pretty quickly I was able to consolidate some of those beads and weed out some of the colors from the other beads. So remember that mix from Lisa? I took out the color beads and then made sure I labeled it, but I also took out some patterned ones. These were in that one mix. With this big bag, I said, you know, hey, you need to get rid of some. I filled up this bag with whatever could fit in it, and then this I'll give away or sell. And then that bag that was falling apart and the beads were leaking everywhere, I just put it in a larger, well, not a larger, but a smaller Ziploc baggie so it can stay closed. And then I did the same with that one that the bag was just too big. I actually got rid of some of these because they didn't fit. And those two smaller baggies of these, I consolidated into one baggie. So that is just some of that drawer. That was just the mixes. So then these I'll put on. I have a cart of stuff that I don't want. I'll throw that on there, and that'll be future Brittany's problem. Now this bin's going to be a little difficult because I kind of want these to stay in the wood drawer because they're wood, but they're not beads. They're not pendant. They're like embellishments, and they actually like cut off the tops to make them fit in my storage a little bit better. But I'm thinking this is just the packaging they're in is just taking up too much room. So I think what I'll end up doing is either putting them in a baggie, or I have a bunch of those empty containers from Jesse James Beads. And that they might fit in there from like the holiday line and some of the Halloween lines and stuff. So I might check that out. So I have several different styles of these. They're great to paint for pendants and stuff. Ooh, owls. Yay. Cute. More birds. Plus I really don't need like, I think there's like 4 of each one. So maybe that'll help me, you know, get rid of some of them and put them in a sell bin, you know. These are gorgeous. I probably would keep like all the leaves and stuff that I can like layer or put on different projects. That I would probably keep. But like, do I need 4 seahorses? Probably not. 4 owls of the same owl? No. So, oh, these are cute. All right. So I'll look into that and paring those down. Now these, I used to paint these when I still lived in Ohio, and then I would drill them and then make them into beads basically, or pendants, and hook them together with jump rings. I haven't done that in a very long time. I think what I'm going to do with these is I have so many different types. What I'll do is kind of put these all in one very large Ziploc bag, and then I have like a cold storage area in my room that's in my closet, and it's up in some bins. I think what I'll do is put all of these blanks in a bag, so I know I still have them if I want to do that jewelry again, but I know this isn't something that I'll be grabbing for right away. So if you know you're going to use these as a one-off in the future, it's okay to you can keep them. I'm keeping them. I paid for them. I'm keeping them. But I'm going to put them in cold storage because I know I don't need them right away. This one, No, I thought it was like water damage, and I didn't know how that could be, but I think it's the bag. So that's what I'll do with those. So that freed up a lot of space right away in my drawer. And then I have some, like, these aren't drilled. They're like little, they look like little barrels, but they need to be painted. These aren't really beads. I received these from Pam, but they do have the, they are drilled. So I'll put those with like the paintable ones. These are like little wood pendants. They're hearts. Aren't those really cute? I love these. I need to use them. Don't really know what I want to do with those yet. And then we have more pendants from Pam. Now I had these in the plain wood bin, even though they're patterned on this side, because even though I really like that pattern, I would see me using this side more. So that's why they're in the plain wood bin. So I'm gonna put all these in like a container together. Ooh, and some really pretty ovals. So those will all go together. And what I'll do, I think I'll just keep those like that. What I'm going to do with these is, since they're kind of the same, these will all go in a baggie together, and then these will just stay like that. But what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to go through and purge some of them. It looks like, can't tell if there are two or three of each in there, but I mean, max I'll want 2 of each, so that can make me some money back if I put them in my group for sale. So I'm gonna go through and purge. I ended up keeping 2 of each shape, and that reduced the amount of supplies by 1/3 because there were 3 in each one. Now for these shapes, I ended up trimming the box they were in. They kind of fit in this thing pretty perfectly. Now I did keep 3 of these because they're generic enough that I would use these more than once, but I had 2 packs of those, so I'm getting rid of a whole pack, and then I'm getting rid of a whole pack of flowers, and I cut the flowers up here, and then I kept all the leaves too, because I think those are generic enough that I would definitely use those more than once. I don't know that this is how I'm going to store these. This is just how I'm storing them until I put everything back in the drawer. Next we have 3 more bins still. But next we have the most troublesome one, and this one is all just regular wood beads. They're either treated or stained or painted, but they're natural color, like natural looking colors. They're not like red or blue or whatever. So I just kind of have to go through this basket, see if there's anything I want to get rid of. I also have some seeds in here because I don't have another place for them. It was either in this bin or with horn and bone, and I just felt like seeds were a little bit closer to wood than horn and bone. So I'm going to go through here, consolidate, and we see this basket's overflowing. We'll see what it looks like when I'm finished. The bin is no longer overflowing. Yay! I don't know how I'm going to organize these in the drawer, but I was able to purge a few beads, and a lot of this was just repackaging and scaling back. Like this bag, I scaled, like this bag was full of these, and I don't need that many of those, so I just kind of will do something. I'll sell these or get rid of them or something. Yeah, and so now instead of that wild mess, everything's in an appropriate size baggie, and I kind of know more about what's in here now. So if I had anything that was like duplicates, I consolidated it. It's definitely helpful, and I kind of just like how the bin looks, but I know over time this won't work for me, and I don't really have a place to put the bin itself. It's too deep this way for my bookcase. Otherwise I would just put it in the bookcase. Bookcase is like only 11 inches. Actually, no, these have, I've noticed that these are a little bit too deep for those bookcases now that I'm thinking about it. So, yeah, we'll move on to the next bin. This bin has much less in it. I'm kind of careful these days with buying non-finished wood beads because I know I rarely paint beads. But I like having some on hand in case there is just something, a look I'm looking for that I just have in my mind and I need to paint a bead. So these are really tiny ones. I got these from Lynn. Then we have some donuts. These came from Pactans a million years ago. I think everything in here is actually pretty stored pretty well, so I'm not going to actually do anything with that bin. And then the only other things I had were like a specialty bin. So these are like painted. These are just going to go in the drawer. These are from Emma. I actually, when I was organizing the solid beads, I found these. So I'm going to put these in my one of my specialty drawers because I think they're really cool. And then we have these with the rhinestones on them. I love them. They're just going to go back in this drawer. And then some painted ones from Carmine. So, okay, I'm going to take you back over the drawer. I'm losing light, so I don't know if we're going to be able to see, but I think I have an idea of how I want everything to go. Okay, in this drawer, I'm thinking about, again, using one of these from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put that in there. And my thought process here is that I'm going to use it to sort this bin of beads because by color, so like lighter to darker. Now, I don't know how well this is going to work because now that I'm thinking about it, these are kind of shallow. I have some, I think, deeper white bins that I'm going to check. Right, so I went digging and I have one of these larger ones. That's not really what I'm looking for, but I have some of these and two different versions. I think they're both from the Dollar Tree. I don't know why they had two different versions, but I used to use these a ton when I was in Ohio. And I apparently use some of these for makeup because I can see makeup in them. So I'm going to take the ones that are not makeup-y and use those right now and then wash the other ones. And the cool thing about this is I can take them out of the drawer and take it over to my table. Okay. So for right now, I'll just put I'm just going to kind of have them like this for a minute. The darker ones in one. Kept some of them, oh, that one's not dark. Kept some of them in these packages because it just doesn't make sense to me to take them out right now. Because then I'd have to find a zip bag too because the tops of these don't zip. There we go. Just making sure, yeah, that'll still close. This isn't going to be like the perfect solution because there's just a lot of beads. And then I'm just going to put the medium in there. And now that I'm looking at this, I might need that big one for the darker. Apparently I tend to buy a lot of darker beads. Then I have strands. I'm going to kind of keep those out because they're too big for these little bins. I might need 2 of the medium bins, but that's okay. And then I might get a little bit more micro in my organization, but I might not because at some point you got to stop. At some point you got to stop. This is, I know it seems maybe to some people that it's more messy, but if you remember back to the beginning, and I'll put a picture here, this is way more organized. I can at least see by color, and then I can rifle through each one of these if I need to. We can see this is just not a color I apparently go for very much. So I wish I had another one of these, but I don't think I do. And these are bone. They need to go in a different drawer. Didn't catch that the first round. Okay. All right. I'm gonna slip that back there. Do this. Put that right there. Then I have some strands. I had to go wash some of the containers, wash that makeup out. But I'm just going to put the strands willy-nilly in here for right now because I just don't have a whole lot of them. So it doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to put it like that. I know this drawer is looking a lot different than some of the drawers you've seen me do. But this is what I'm thinking will work the best for now. And then I can tweak it as I need to. I'll put that strand in there. These are the specialty ones. I'm just gonna put them with the color I think they go with for now. If I don't like this later on, I can always change it. And then I'm gonna put in. Oh, we need the mixes and the bare wood. So bare wood. I'm just gonna put in one of these. I have this, but that'll kind of go in last, I think. I don't know if these are bare or not. I think these are just light colored. Okay. So, get a little air out of there. That's the bare. And then I have the mixes. Oop, I missed one of these. And then I will put this guy right here. All right, so I have the mixes and the pendants and stuff. So the pendant thing just kind of fits right in there. So I'm gonna keep it. I know it's kind of supposed to be situated that way, but it's working for me for now. When I need more room, if I need more room, we'll change that around. I'm gonna put that over there. And then we have the mixes, and I have a couple more of the plastic bins. That guy's big. And I just want to reiterate, this works for me. And if it doesn't work for you, that's totally okay. I don't want you to feel bad because you don't store your beads in a drawer and you like hanging them up. I used to hang them up. It just no longer works for me. I don't think I would be able to string all these beads and hang them all up. But, oh, I'm missing a, there we go. These guys can go here. So let me show you. Here is the drawer. So, in the front, which I might change the order of the beads because it seems like since I don't have a lot of these, I might not use those as often. But I have the lighter beads fading towards darker to the back. Now, the only other drawback there is I have to take these out to get to my darker beads, which I might not like doing that later on. So then we have the medium color beads in these two, and then the darker ones all the way back there. Then bare or raw beads mixes. And these are all just the like regular wood, no painted or anything like that. Then we have like our little pendants, which these might make their way into the sea or ocean drawers. That's a whole nother hot mess. And the flowers and things like that. So this is perfect for now. And like I said, for now. But here's another screen cap of what it looked like before. And this is what it looks like now. To some people, it might not look any better, but to me, it looks 1000% better. And the drawer is big enough for my wood now, and I won't just, like before, and I might fix that, what we just saw happen by putting those in different containers. But before, like, I would literally just shove the beads through the hole so I didn't have to see how ugly the drawer was. But the next one we'll do is this monster. So that's the colorful wood bead drawer. Which didn't look too bad because there were big beads on top of it, but anyway. Thanks so much for watching. You want to see Goldie? Hi, Goldie. Hi. Can you say hi, everyone? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's New Year's Day, and we are organizing. That's the way to bring in the new year, right? Yes. Oh, yes. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.